All right, everybody, welcome back to Interesting as Fork, brought to you by our sponsors. Still no one, but I have been working really hard behind the scenes to bring the like button back on board, as well as me sponsoring myself back on board, because I was telling me and also the like button, like, you can't grieve forever about me losing Minecraft Champs, okay? In a few months, there will be another opportunity for me to get third place. Don't hate me then either. But anyway, you can still like the video if you want. Let's start off with number 19, an albino peacock flying over a regular one, and it looks indeed his spirit. It looks indeed his... I was like, did I misread that? No? Or an out-of-body experience. I know what you're saying. I wonder if... Does the peacock on the ground realize that it's also a peacock flying overhead? Can it tell by the shape? Does it like not realize because it doesn't share the same feather pigmentation? I'm very curious how that actually ends up working. But either way, yes, it does look like a ghost peacock that has come to haunt the peacock on the ground. It is the ghost of Peacock Christmas Past. This field of cabbages resembles spawning grounds for terrifying facehugger aliens. Why do the cabbages look like that? Why are the cabbages covered in like cobwebs and stuff? That is truly horrifying. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize that cabbages just grow in very spaced apart grids. I figured it would be more of like a solid line or like a bigger bush. It's like you pick individual cabbages off of... Never looked up what, how cabbages grow exactly, but I was kind of hoping they didn't come covered in a white cobweb looking coating that really does make it look like face huggers. My kind of Christmas tree. Who needs a Christmas tree when you can just have the ornaments instead? I like that, though. That's like hanging off of a chandelier on the ceiling. It's kind of cool, actually. It's a Christmas tree without any of the mess of having the leaves fall off if it's a real Christmas tree. It's just, perhaps a little bit more tedious to mount all those at the same height, or just grab that thing out of the closet, put it up on the ceiling once a year, have to deal with untangling. Oh God, can you imagine how tedious it would be if that's something that you store in your closet and put up once a year? All of those lines getting tangled. You'd be better off just, when it's not Christmas time, you just like put drapes around it or something. Just ignore the lost space that is in our living room. It's really impossible to put this thing away because we would literally be untangling it for the entire year. Life on Svalbard. Where's Svalbard? When walking your dog is an expedition. This is my fur child Grim. I live on Svalbard, an island close to the North Pole. It's starting to get really cold here, and it's pitch black 24/7. You start with some wool, then a down sausage jacket, then a Teletubby headlight. We have polar bears here, so I need to bring a rifle with me at all times when outside. In the village, you don't carry rifles. Something, very fast text. Put blinkies and high-vis vests on the pups. This is at 4 p.m. Oh, yeah, just a casual blizzard and stuff like that. This is our cabin. We live 15 minutes outside Longyear buy-in, the main village. I get in something in a car. Oh, this is a car. In a car? I didn't count. There was a road. I always stop them at this place and race them back to the cabin. Yeah, I think they win the race. Oh, yeah, this seems like great. Just chilling, rolling in the snow, having a good time in the middle of a blizzard, meanwhile freezing my butt off. How did the dog paws not get cold? I don't understand. Why are dogs built so much better for the cold? See, this is why I would have such a hard time living in a snowy environment. All the things that you have to put on just to go outside and get the dogs to pee or poo. Like, that's so much work. The range of an M132 armored flamethrower. I feel like it's going to be it's pretty far. It just spits hot flame juice on the receiving end. Yep. I thought that my not a flamethrower from Elon Musk was scary the first time I used it. This is slightly more extreme. This actually would burn down the entire neighborhood where I live, which is what I was worried about. I did it twice, and I was like, it's good. I really don't want to be the person responsible for starting a fire, and that'd be embarrassing. That'd be the only emotion is embarrassing, nothing else. What happens when you draw a picture on a piece of tinfoil using whiteboard markers and immerse it in water? What does happen? This is something I've never thought about trying before. Is it hydrophobic? Or does it just... Oh, it just lifts the ink right off into a sheet of ink that floats on the water. Huh. It's a marker ink. Fishy. How cool. That'd be a nifty thing to do in a science class for like elementary school kids. I don't know what exactly you'd be teaching them. Why whiteboard markers are really easy to erase. Also, did you know you can make fish out of them? And then every kid would 100% go home and show their parents. Heart-shaped amethyst geodes discovered yesterday in Artigas by the mining company Uruguay Minerals. Bro, this is from the new Minecraft update. We're getting realistic with the caves and stuff, okay? These are actually just a couple of, different Minecraft skins here. And you just excavated amethyst geodes in the caves and cliffs update. And I guarantee you someone is gonna find in the outside of this world seed, right? Someone else is gonna find a heart-shaped amethyst geode in the new caves and cliffs update. This is a great... Sorry, I know, I get comments from people. Stop comparing everything to Minecraft. Well, I'm sorry, this is very topical because amethyst geodes are coming to the new Minecraft update. I've already done a snapshot video because they're already in the snapshots for 1.17. So this is very topical. Get over it. Get over it. This is Minecraft IRL. Sled Dogs have been in use in Alaska for about 9,000 years. Here's a 13-strong team of them mushing in Alaska. Okay, see, in this situation, they actually do have little booties on their feet because it must actually get kind of cold. See, I was wondering, like, how do the dog paws deal with being in the snow for such a long time? And then here we go, little neon booties. I love it, dude! So if the dogs are going to be in the snow for an extended period of time, they gotta... Oh, man, that's so cute. I wanna be pulled behind a team of neon booty dogs. But I feel so bad because it's like, you guys are doing all the work. You're just pulling me. Why are you bothering to pull me? Why don't you just leave me behind? I guess I have opposable thumbs and you get fed because of my opposable thumbs, so I guess that's worth. But still, do they ever think about that? Do they ever think about why do we have to do all the work trudging through this cold, icy trail when this guy just gets to hang out back there and watch us? Like, this is degrading. We're all tied together and he's just watching. We should revolt. The colors of these macaws in Costa Rica. I'm trying to think if I've ever actually seen parrots in the wild outside of a zoo. I think I have. Never something so majestic like this, though. Pretty swick, dude. Parrots live for such a long time, too, which is wild. These could be like 70 years old. They probably are like way older than me, and they've been flying around. Imagine being able to fly in the sky whenever you want, and then live that long and just be able to get the aerial view of civilization as it updates. And then also probably not having the presence of mind to actually think about, wow, look at how far this human development has come in the last 70 years. This is a picture of Abu Tassin al-Salhi, an Iraqi veteran sniper who's credited with demonetizing over 384 ISIS members during the Iraqi Civil War, receiving the nickname Hawkeye. The leader of ISIS was so afraid of him, he put a bounty of $250,000 on the sniper. That's quite a thing. Oh my, look at the freaking end of... Look at the end of that thing, dude. That's gnarly. Yeah. All right. I mean, I don't much know what to say other than, yeah. I would, like, it's gotta be interesting to, I don't know how you feel after, because, like, if you're known for being incredibly successful at, like, demonetizing people, even if it's for the right reasons, I wonder how you feel after. How nails are orientated correctly prior to boxing. That just looks scary to put your hand into. Wait, oh, they use magnets to orient the nails? That's really cool. It's just, oh god, I'd be terrified with even with gloves on to just put my hand into that punji pit. Because it's like, hey, you don't have anything covering your wrist up there. What if you just dig your hands in a little too far and just like, oh, just another nail went into my wrist there. All right, happens a few times a day. Can't really be helped. It's really, what a specialized tool, though. 2 large magnets just being put a specific distance apart so that it's It's not something I've ever thought about. But yes, you know, you get a box of nails or a box of screws, and for some reason, they're not in a tangled mess pointing in a bunch of different directions, so you can reach your hand in and grab it out without worrying about being poked. And no, I never thought about how that was accomplished. The more you know. What a crazy camera and lens. Based on how much this is shaking, I have to assume that this is like miles away. And it's probably still on a tripod, even though it's shaking like crazy. This thing's like it's like a 10,000 millimeter lens. It's just gonna keep going. It's just gonna keep going and going and going and going and going. Okay, there we go. God, how far away was that? Were they like 5 miles away? That isn't a camera, that's a telescope, all right? You use your words properly. Jumping on a ship that's going over large waves. Oh, this is the funnest thing to do. I mean, I'm sure these waves are like way more gigantic, but whenever I would go, yeah, dude, when I would go to Catalina Island when I was younger and we'd be going over big waves on the boat, oh man, absolutely. That's what I would do every time. It's all right, wait for it to be up and then jump. And bro, you would get some air. I almost hit my head on the roof one time and I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. And then I threw up. It's not unusual for silverbacks to be affectionate father figures. Shabani just takes that up to 11. What an absolute unit, though, dude. The baby's like, I don't really have much of a choice in this hug, do I? Your arms are a lot bigger. I guess it's hug time now. I really just want to be playing with those plants over there, okay? Do you mind? Dad, you're embarrassing me in front of all my friends. Stop hugging me like this, okay? Let's just look cool. We're just having a conversation. We're just patting our chest a little bit. I'm a big boy too. I can beat on my chest. All right? No, not another hug. Just stop. I'm too old for this, okay? I get it. You love me, Dad. But all right, let's just, other people are watching. You're not supposed to like suck on my thumb. Dude, this is just too much affection. All right, stop being so affectionate. It's so embarrassing, dude. It's so embarrassing, dude. An 8-mile-long canvas filled with Ice Age drawings of extinct animals has been discovered in the Amazon rainforest. That's pretty cool. That is an absolute unit of an animal right there. Look at that thing. Ooh, how does it move on those tiny stubby little legs when it's like the size of an elephant, but with dog legs? It's like a corgi elephant. I guess it probably didn't, and that's why it's not around anymore. Also, it looks like a frog person right there. Man, there was some wild stuff going on in these times. The first ever documented case of bioluminescence in Tasmanian devils was captured tonight at the Toledo Zoo. I had no idea the Tasmanian devils had bioluminescence. What, did you go eat a bunch of plankton that lit up your head? Imagine how worried you'd be. You're like, I just thought it was a nice snack, and now my head's glowing. What the heck, man? This was a mistake. And how creepy would that be? That's like some actual, you know, in a cartoon when the character's sleeping in the woods at night and all the eyes start showing up out of the darkness. Except it's these. The small details. In the forearms, there is one very small muscle that contracts only when lifting the pinky, otherwise it's invisible. Michelangelo's Moses is lifting the pinky, therefore that tiny muscle is contracted, a small part of the many details of this masterpiece. I mean, yeah, I guess if you're absolutely yoked like this dude is, like, I don't know that definition there. What the, how many pinky reps did this guy do every single day? God, where's the extra, like, where's that extra? Look at this. Look at that extra. He's got muscles on his muscles. I'm looking for it, but I can't really. I get, like, there's some amount of back over there, but it's not. No. I gotta do more pinky lifts. We gotta like tie a weight down here and then. It'll really help with my pressing control to sprint in games. I'll just be like, oh my God, my sprint action will be incredible. When the Maldivian president held the world's first underwater cabinet meeting to sign a climate change SOS. Now I was here for interesting as fork, not depressing as fork. I do like, he's using a pencil though. I was like, would a pen work underwater? I feel like it would just kind of go away. but he's signing with a pencil. I guess a pencil would work underwater. I feel like, what would it? What we could have here is we use the whiteboard marker on a whiteboard, do it underwater, and then we just get a floating fishy signature that ends up on the top of the water. I'm just actually, yeah, what do you do to sign underwater? That's what I want to know. I've never done that before. I guess it's like a pencil and probably like, it's not actually paper, because that'd be problematic. It would just rip. Anyway, depressing. Dad created plasma in the basement. Apparently, it's the fourth state of matter, and it's created under a vacuum with high voltage. He's been working on it for a while and is quite proud of himself. You know, a lot of great scientific progress of the past has been accidental, people doing things, being like, whoa, I didn't expect it to be that way, but we can use that. Maybe your dad will finally figure out how to make nuclear fusion viable for power generation, where it will be energy positive. He's on the right track. Just like, it's still fascinating to me that we can actually make and contain like 30 million degree Celsius. I think it's like 30 million Celsius temperatures on Earth. And it's, you know, they make a plasma levitate with magnets and stuff. And I guess that's, you know, an electromagnet with plasma around it right there. Pretty gnarly, pretty gnarly. All right, next step, fusion. Let's make it happen. Come on. It's only another 20, it's always another 20 years away, unfortunately, but you're onto something there. That in your basement? Are you? Your dad's gnarly, dude. I guess, you know, with everything closed down during the quarantine, it's like, well, we got to take the university science lab and build it at home. All right, that's it for the last month of Interesting as Fork. Make sure you like if you liked, even though it's not our sponsor. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hit the bell even if you are. Check the playlist if you want to catch more Interesting as Fork, or you can catch the last Interesting as Fork with the end screen up there. Latest Mirror music upload right below it. It was pretty cool. And okay, thanks. I'll see you next time.